Here's an update on the Avon Creek Restoration Project. We'll start with an overview, literally. There's Avon Road, here's City Hall. Avon Creek runs along this tree line and into this pond. Any overflow drains into this wetland area and eventually into the Clinton River. The two-phase project restoring this area started late last fall and is now well underway. This is how it looked in April of 2010. This is how it looks now. This area has actually not been touched. It just looks a lot different because the trees hadn't fully leafed out when the photo was taken. There's a lot of really good news that goes with this project. First, it's much needed, and the city would have had to have done it anyway to bring us in line with state regulations. Second, it's all being paid for through grant and grant match funding from the National Fish and Wildlife Service. Phase 1 is focused on the pond and the creek west of the pond. Last winter, 900 cubic yards of material were removed from the bottom of the pond, making it 900 cubic yards healthier for this little egret here, and all of his little pond friends. The most noticeable improvement so far is the addition of these two micropond areas. Now those are small wetlands that will be fed by small bypasses diverted from the main creek. The microponds are separated by peninsulas that will soon be filled with riparian, or water's edge, plants. These peninsulas were created by these rolled up coconut husks called coir rolls. These coir rolls will eventually biodegrade as the plants take over. On the east side of the pond, there is now a new high flow outlet for after heavy rains that looks a lot like a small waterfall. At least today it does. This little waterfall won't usually look like this because this extra water will be going into those microponds we just talked about. But it looks nice now and will after future rain showers too. Butterflies seem to enjoy this area, as do these tiny little fish. It seems nature's just not going to wait until the project is finished to start enjoying the new habitat. Phase 2 will take place downstream to the east of the pond. That phase will improve this wetland habitat area. The most noticeable part of that task has already been done. Comparing this photo with last year's, you can see a lot of invasive trees and undesirable growth have been removed from this area. Phase 2 will also move the overflow creek away from the steep slope it currently runs along. The creek in this area has been plagued by erosion problems for many years now. Moving the creek away from the steep slope will stop these erosion problems and help keep the wetland area thriving. The city was just awarded more grant money specifically for expanding this phase. The creek and wetland improvements will now extend a little bit farther east, all the way to the Clinton River behind the new home of the Clinton River Watershed Council over here. So if you find yourself near City Hall, stop by and check out the progress being made on the Avon Creek Restoration Project. The transition so far has been remarkable, and Phase 2 will be even better. The project is expected to be complete toward the end of this year, but the benefits can already be seen today.